Hello, this is Cyrus from Super Nerd Network. I'm going to be playing some Magic Arena today. I figured that this is kind of like a good follow-up to Slay the Spire, which is a deck building game. This is Magic, which is a collectible trading card game. This is their online game, Magic Arena. I plan on doing an Arena Cube draft today, but I thought I would show around some, you know, well, I thought I'd just play the game, kind of show everyone. So we'll do the cube draft. So with this draft, it actually takes from several different card sets, and actually you'll kind of see as we go into this. So drafts have usually I wasn't the biggest fan of drafts in Magic for a while, and then probably a couple years ago I just really started getting into them. It's pretty fun. Just kind of trying to get the best synergy that you can with the cards that you get, and it's all random when you open these packs. Although this one is of course set up to change the orientation here. Normal packs won't have like this many rares, but this is a cube, so I guess in a cube you could. But let's see. That's actually good. But I really like Domri, but actually I think we go with go with that one.
I speak for the wilds, unbowed and unknown.
So I'm trying to essentially make a deck here. So I know I already picked something green. So now I kind of want to like eyeball my green counterparts, but also like look at things like this. So whenever this enters battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. Okay, can be good. The first spell you cast this game, you may cast without paying its mana cost. Okay, that is pretty good. Whenever enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this and draw a card. So if you cast a historic spell, return target creature card with convert a. So I am sort of liking potentially this green-white combo. So I think I'll go with this. I kind of want to go like, enchantment and creature heavy. So whenever this attacks, you can target creature you control on the turn, base power and toughness. Okay, pretty solid. And really, that seems to be our only pick right now. So actually, and this is going to be a bad pick to come back to, because eventually I will come back to those. Legion's Landing. Vampire. Okay, so this makes tokens, which is pretty cool. Banishing Light is pretty solid. Exile something. No, to Banishing Light, unless I get a better green card. Eh, there's a chance that that might come back around to me. Now, I do have a feeling that some of these might have had a little more green in them, and other people are also picking green out of this, so I might have to just kind of swap off, fortunately, but we'll see. It is good just because it can block flying creatures. From my past with this kind of stuff, flying can flying creatures can definitely help you out a ton when it comes to, you know, drafts of any kind. We'll go with that because we are looking to go kind of enchantment heavy if we can. So that might be good at setting that up. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling that other people are picking green. And I think it's just because I think green is actually pretty powerful. Is a pretty solid, you know, every enchantment spells like cost one less to cast. Actually, that's gonna be better. Now I just need to get actual enchantments. Yeah, I have a white one that I could pick. Yeah, it's very white heavy. I'm gonna need more green cards, but yeah. So how like a sealed environment works is that you don't get to like construct your deck from any card from whatever you're drafting from. It's whatever you pull from the packs. So typically, if there aren't a lot of flying creatures and you get them, they can only be blocked by things with reach or flying. So it can be very difficult to deal with. That is another enchantment, but we're gonna go once upon a time because we do need more green in here if we're going to try to make green white work. Right, and now I know I'm gonna be getting into some stuff that isn't gonna be super great for me. So if we were to split off, we know that we've seen a lot of blue. So, although that's not even a good blue card. I don't know. Okay, I'll go with that. An enchantment, kind of like what we're looking for. I mean, I can't switch to blue-red, so we're gonna have to go Triggerman. Terramander, pretty solid card. Um, so here's some removal for enchantments or artifacts. That could be pretty nice. Um, yeah, it's looking like Thrashing Brontodon. Yeah, I don't really have anything too crazy that I'm looking at. We have a Pegasus. Not a lot of enchantments. I'm not gonna be going 5 color. I kind of like this 4 cost board wipe. Yeah, that's kind of neat. But we'll go with Love Strike Beast. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's also really good. This will generate me uh, more creatures for enchantments. That could be pretty solid. I also kind of like Temple Garden. Okay, so this one has quite a bit, but we're gonna go with this one because it actually interacts with the enchantment theme that I'm looking at going for, at least. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go with this because it can get me some land into my hand. an enchantment. And it can nullify a creature. Or a giant creature, I should say. Yeah, that's actually a real solid pick. Okay. Actually, that's pretty good. It gets me 2 lands, puts them on the battlefield, or I can have 2 creatures fight. Like, Settle the Wreckage is good, but it can really hose you just because they can go get that, like, it exiles all attacking creatures, and then they can go search for that many lands. So, I mean, that could really, like I say, hose you. Destroy target tap creature. Okay, just some removal. Pretty solid. Right. Well, this is what I started with. Um, I mean, we'll go with this. I mean, I can get blue in case I need to, like, splash, but I don't think I will be. I mean, I could get another flying creature, but this one can't attack or block alone. Yeah, well, actually, we have a... It can be good early game. Actually, I don't know why I was going to auto-pick Golos, because I don't have any real synergy in my deck. Or I'm not going to... I mean, I'm not going to be running one of each color just to try to get Golos to come online. Okay. Yeah, and this one had a ton of goodies in it. Although, so someone did pick up that green-white land. Fauna Shaman's good. I don't know if I'm really creating too many token creatures. Yeah, I'll go that. Yeah. That. Yeah, I got a Prey Upon, so I did end up getting Prey Upon. Okay, so let's see. This Mantle of the Wolf is pretty good. Looking like it's probably gonna be. I mean, this is such an oppressive card, though. I'm gonna pick this up because it synergizes better with my deck, and I'm gonna really hope I get the Sunwing back, but I really don't think I will be. So I don't have a whole lot of high cost, like, kind of game winning cards. That's something I want to look out for. Okay, good. And it's an enchantment, so actually I think this is what we go with. I have 12 creatures, so I might want to try looking at some more creatures. So I have a Kavu here. Let's, okay. Sorry. Okay, so I'm thinking this is what we get, because it can also exile something and it's a flyer, so. A Chroma's Memorial can be really good, and actually that's a card that could just flat out win me a game. That's pretty good. I think we're just gonna go with this because if I get that out with just like anything, I mean that's like I said, it can be such a game-winning card. Oh wow! So whenever a creature I control without flying dies, return to the battlefield under its owner's control with flying. Well, with a flying counter on it, which means it has flying. That is real solid. Reach the Redeemed is pretty good. Actually, it creates tokens, which is something that's pretty solid. It's pretty versatile. I don't know if his second ability will end up being useful for me, but yeah, I think this is what we go with. Um, Not a whole lot of great in here. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and I can cycle this if need be, which will let me draw a card. Hmm. I think we go with Mind Stone just for the potential draw if I need it. Whenever this enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 and first strike until end of turn. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, actually, I kind of like that. I mean, well, is it better than the Kavu though? I don't think so. I mean, that land is pretty solid, but it is a big mana sink. Oh, I do have a lot. I do have a couple creatures with committed mana cost 1 or less. Okay, and now we go to building the deck. So now, and I like going into this view actually for a building. So I know I can get rid of all my blues for now. I don't think I'm gonna splash into blue. I did pretty good. And then you want to really sit at about 17 land. Um, so 17 to 18 land. So actually I'm already at 17, so that's pretty good. So now I just need to cut 14 cards, and now this is kind of like I guess what I want to go for is kind of making it, you want to really be at 40 cards, because I mean you'd rather your deck be like lean and mean, versus, I mean, I'm pretty sure it would let me rock a 54 card deck, but there's no point. I could slim this down to get better results. I have a ton of 2-drops. So if we take a look, I have 16 2-drops, so I'm definitely going to need to cut some out there. In terms of all the other numbers, maybe cut out like, I mean, maybe look at the 3s and 4s as well, but I can take out a bit from the 2-drops. And I got a pretty good balance here, I think, so good. Alright. Maybe I do. I'll look at it like this. Okay. Actually, this is only sorcery speed, so we'll throw that out there for now. I might bring it back. We'll see. The kicker costs on this, I mean, I don't know if that spell's worth it. Some removal, so I do want to kind of keep that. don't know if I really need treasure map. I mean, the scry one ability can be nice, but yeah, how many creature cards does it have? 18. Okay, yeah, so. This can be good if someone, like, if I go up against like a black deck that has graveyard retrieval, which I have gone up against before in this format, so that could be pretty solid. So this ability to exile a target creature that I own and return to the battlefield under my control can be good for things that have like enter the battlefield effects, such as, well, I mean, such as this card, for example, how it says when it enters the battlefield, choose one. But I can't target it, so it can be good, but I don't know if I have anything that I can really abuse that effect on. Oh, I mean this one. Up to 2 creature cards with mana cost 1 or less. I mean, I think I only have 3. I have 3. Oh. Whenever I cast a historic spell, turn target creature card will convert a mana cost 3 or less, which anything in here. But historic spell wise, I have 1. I think enchantments count as historic spells. I forget exactly. Okay, so it is anything that's legendary, artifact, or a saga. Okay, I didn't know if enchantments counted. So we have 2, 3, although that won't trigger itself. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 total cards, technically 7, that can trigger this. And I mean, that could be good. And unfortunately though, so if you think, so put it into this perspective. So I have 7 cards that will actually trigger this ability. But as far as I mean, so I actually think I'm gonna get rid of this card because if you look, so 2 of these cards are already more expensive than this, and they're actually pretty pricey. And that, like, some of these could be like my whole turn that I'm just playing these. I mean, yeah, it'll bring back like something. I mean, that does add more value. I guess maybe I could, and it is a flyer at the end of the day. But so we'll just, I mean, if we're really like looking for something, we'll go back to it. Yeah, this card was actually really good. Wow, this is gonna actually be tough. Well, so we don't need that. Do we really need this? As far as ETBs, I mean, because that's really what he's going to be best for. I mean, yeah, he can gain me 3 life. Well, I guess the gaining 3 life could be good for 2 mana, because I have some cards that interact with life gain. Well, one I know right off the rip, that whenever I gain life, I put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment I control. So that could be good, and I can actually give something lifelink though for 2 mana. So I mean, already for 2 mana, I could pump one of my creatures, and I mean, yeah, so I'll get rid of that. Now this does reduce my creatures down to 16, which isn't too bad. And these like pacifism effects, where like the are actually do come in pretty clutch. Some of these, this one could be good as, let's say they have a gigantic creature that has like a also, or a card that has like a really oppressive ability. I can just throw this on that. It'll draw me a card, and that says they lose all their abilities, and that's just a 3/3 elk. So, I mean, that's a pretty solid card. I kind of want to get rid of this. I mean, it could be good, although it can get me a land into my hand or a creature card, so it does cycle through cards. So actually, I'll probably keep it. We'll get rid of that, but I might bring it back. We'll see. Prey upon can be good, so I'm probably not touching any of these. In terms of my 2-drops, I've gotten it down to 10, so I need to cut 8 more cards. Now, it does only put them into my hand, but I mean that could be good. I don't know. This gets me lands onto the battlefield, so it's like it's some acceleration, so that can be good. That's what green's really good for. Honestly, does it drop me down to 15? Because I just don't think we need him. This is 3 mana. Oh wait, this puts him into my graveyard. I think Once Upon a Time puts him into my. Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to just put a bunch of stuff into my graveyard. So that. Does this show me how many enchantments I have? I have 7. Okay. I suppose we don't need Mind Stone, which actually removes, which kind of makes this a little less useful. I am worried that I didn't pick up like any real game-winning creatures. I'm kind of relying on this. I mean, Vivian can carry a little bit, but 5 more cards. Prey Upon is a sorcery. I know I said I wasn't going to touch my 1-drops, but I don't really want to touch my enchantment. So I gotta like 15 creatures, 12 non-creatures. Oh, I guess we take some creatures out, right? Tide Taker is good if I'm going up against someone that has like, well, no, we don't really. Also, what? Sorry, I keep not looking. What's my balance on color? Okay, so it's even right now. Yeah, sorry. So this is kind of like the longest part of deck building, or is the deck building portion of a draft. Didn't I? Oh yeah. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, create a 4/4 angel. Yeah, because that card's gonna actually be really good, and probably what I might try to get with Idyllic Tutor. Um, yeah, Love Struck Beast. 2 more cards. I suppose I don't really need Fauna Shaman. If I do that though. I do have a lot of flying creatures, so. Oh, this can protect something, so actually I do want to keep that. Could get rid of Loyal Pegasus. That'll bring me down to 12 creatures. And then I would need to get rid of a non-creature card. Or I could get rid of 1 land card. I could rock 16 since my average. Does it give me my average? My average cost is 3. So I could rock, like, let's say 12, 12. Okay, so they're even. So actually, we'll do that. And we're at my 40 cards. And we're done. And unfortunately, because this was long, this is where I'll end it. But next video, you're going to see me play my first match. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me deck build. Please like the video. And also, if you want to see more content from us, please subscribe. Thanks.